All right. Hello Ornstein. Hello Eth. Hello Orium. Hello Alyssa. Hello Manu. Welcome. Toothpick. No, that's your weapon. You're getting the wrong one. Feet intro, indeed. Um, it is half of the pickaxe. It's a little bit more than half. I'd say it's like 2/3, maybe 3/4, depending on if you count the little nub on the back side of the Warpick, you know? I've been really excited for this one for a while because I've heard good things about the Warpick, but I never imagined that it would be like better than the pickaxe in any way, other than, you know, maybe being able to get it easier because you buy it from Andre instead of grinding it from the guys in Blighttown, the infested barbarians. That's what they're called. So it'll be easier to get. It has quality scaling, which means inherently it's just gonna have higher scaling, but I did some testing yesterday and the scaling isn't that significant. At soft caps, I believe it's like 10 extra damage or something. It does have higher base damage, very slightly. So if you're not going for good scaling, it might be better than the pickaxe, but getting the scaling on the pickaxe is easier because it's pure strength. So like, you know, it goes both ways in which one you prefer. But the Warpick is a lot easier to get. So if you're wanting to use a hammer with thrust damage, you know, you have the pickaxe and the Warpick, and I think the Warpick is just going to be better for the majority of builds just because it's easier to use. Yeah, I'm planning on getting the Leo ring. I forgot to equip the weapon. Okay, 5/8, close enough. Using a thermonuclear weapon? No, only because there are no thermonuclear weapons for me to use in Dark Souls. Can you move, please? Oh my god. I've been playing too much Night Rain. That's what I'm blaming this on. I think I have almost 80 hours of Night Rain in the last 2 weeks on Steam. Just to put into perspective how much Night Rain I've played. Ornstein but no Smough? That is pretty rare, yeah. We'll see if Smough shows up later. Okay, I remembered to actually press the button to open the door, unlike last time. So, already this is off to a better start. I think what I'm going to do is go straight to the Warpick. Instead of going to the depths first. So I can use it to get through the depths. In orange stream. With 40 strength stacks, two-handing the Warpick is 444 AR. Does that take into account the motion value, or does that not apply to the visual number on the AR? Because I know that that two-handing gives you the 1.5 or 1.2. I don't know. There's an AR bonus or a motion value bonus specifically somewhere in there. The stream is almost over. We're 4.5 minutes in, and like 2 of those minutes were the starting screen. This is tragic. Yeah, unfortunately there are no thermonuclear weapons, but yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know if the 1.2 multiplier or whatever it is gets applied to the AR number, because I know that the red tier stone ring does, but that is also really weird because the AR doesn't necessarily translate directly to the damage that you get with the motion value. I don't know, it's weird. RTS games? I don't like RTS games. I've tried to get into them, but I can't. I'm bad at them. And every time I try to get into them, I get bored. Oh, and hitting it's 436. Huh. Okay. Hello, Soapy Ian. Welcome. That is fewer 4s. That is significantly more disappointing. This is true. I should be able to... I think the Warpick is like 1,000 souls, so shouldn't be breaking the bank too much there. I'm not going to be able to buy all 5 Titanite without pooping right now, but RTS games are real-time strategy, like Pikmin. Pikmin's cool. Pikmin's the only RTS I like. I can't think of any other RTS games. Crusader Kings or Civ? Is Civ an RTS? I was always told it wasn't. I don't know. I don't know anything about strategy genres. Because I'm not smart. So I don't play strategy games. Yeah, too stupid to play them. That's exactly where I'm sitting. I know that the Warpick is 3.5 units as opposed to the 5.0 of the pickaxe. I don't think that's going to be a huge difference. There's literally no reason for me to fight this guy. Civ is turn-based, okay. Actually, 2,000 souls is not nothing. I am going to fight Havel as well. Just for the crystal lizard over there. Hopefully get a chunk. Oop. It's not even just that I'm bad at them. It's that I don't know how to not be bad at them. And even like when I start talking to people and like who love RTS games and try to get into it and like start playing with people, I'll have fun for like an hour and then I'll get bored. And then I just like won't know what to do. Who good at them and got banned. They thought you were hacking. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like the beginning of the stream is going to be pretty boring because it's just getting the Warpick and getting it upgraded, right? I'm gonna try to get a plus 15 before he Bell Gargoyles, but we'll see if that happens. What streams did you miss? I don't remember. I did Obsidian Greatsword last time. Hey, what's no buffing for you? What a jerk. I've never seen him try to buff off the bat, actually. That was unique. I don't know, I stream so often that it's hard to remember what weapons I've used. I swear, every time I play this game, something new happens. Like the kick attack from the Sanctuary Guardian. That's a fun video. And also a very terrifying moment. Want to make a spreadsheet? I mean, I have a list of weapons that I haven't used. And I have, I think, 4 or 5 months worth of polls for streams lined up, as well as the... Okay. Hello? As well as the starting weapon streams that I want to do. And such. So, I could tell you how many streams I have left that I want to do if I had the list up in front of me. I think I want to say it's 30 with the starting weapon streams, but just like normal streams like this, there's like 16, 20 left, something like that. And I'm gonna redo a couple streams because the streams that I did for those weapons did not go well. Like for the Dragon Bone Fist, I just like skipped half the game, right? So I want to redo that one after I do all the other weapons. I want to redo Velka's Rapier. I think it would be fun to redo the Scythe as well, since that was my very, very first stream, you know? I don't think I'm going to need Havel's, but I'm going to pick it up anyway. Actually, I should have more than enough souls to buy the Titanite that I need. I don't remember what the strength requirement is. I know the dex requirement is 10. Hello, Gonarch. Welcome. You're also in Dark Souls 2, though. And Dark Souls 2 comes after Dark Souls 1, like, chronologically. I guess time is convoluted. Maybe that doesn't count. Oops. I don't know. Uh-oh. Miyazaki is funny and time is convoluted, so you're in Dark Souls 1 after Dark Souls 2, despite Dark Souls 2 coming after Dark Souls 1. That makes sense, I guess. Dark Souls 2 is Drang Lake, which is arguably in the same spot as Lordran. I don't know. The lore behind it is weird. Hopefully I get at least a chunk from a crystal lizard, but kind of built on top of itself a whole bunch, yeah. And then there's all the other kingdoms that you hear about in the game that are like so far gone because so much time has passed. Like Olafis and the other ones. I only remember Olafis because Olafis is like the one that was like, oh, okay, so there have been like a lot of kingdoms. It's been like a long time. Large Titanite shards, I guess that's not the worst. You should play Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 is really good. I would argue better in a lot of respects than Dark Souls 1. Smough isn't coming. Wow, it really is a rare stream. Dark Souls 1.5. Taking place in Olafis. Yeah, I'm still contemplating what game to start streaming after I do all the weapons in Dark Souls 1, because I really love this format. But the format doesn't really work with any other games, except for, like, maybe Dark Souls 3 if I get a lot better at it. But Dark Souls 1.5, it goes back to the gameplay of Dark Souls 1, but with ADP. I would love another From game in the style of Dark Souls 1 rather than, you know, Elden Ring, but I don't know if they would quite do it justice. That's unfortunate. No chunks. That means if I want to get a plus 15 before Anor Londo, I'm gonna need to get one from a Dark Wraith. Become speedrun Dark Souls 2 at high velocity. Genius. Dark Souls -4. Yeah, that's true. They do hate us. Actually, are there any trades that you can do for chunks in this game? Are there any snuggly trades that give you chunks specifically? Because I know there are in Dark Souls 3 with the Black Firebomb and the Large Leather Shield. But I don't remember if there are any in this one. Oh, excuse me. ADP and power stancing. I'd be into that. Faith isn't even that good though, only because holy damage is awful late game in Elden Ring, which is where you need high damage. It's a lot better in the DLC, which was a little bit redeeming, but it's so annoying to do a Faith build and be relying on holy damage, and then your build would just be awful when you actually need it to be good. Purchase our weapon. Oh, only 800. Okay, and then we need 9 of these. I'm gonna get 8, and then get one from the guy, just so I can level up a bit. Knight's Lightning Spear is the coolest spell ever. I don't think I've used it, actually. Rubbish gives a chunk? Okay, I know where to get rubbish, at least. I guess I should get to 27 first. I'm sure that'll be a little bit more useful. I'm gonna get some souls so I can actually level this up and also get the last shard from over here. Yeah, I think Faith is probably the best in Dark Souls 2. Sunlight Blade is really, really good. Wow, that didn't kill. That's actually kind of surprising. I guess it's unupgraded. But I expected the thrusting damage to be good against them. Fire and lightning? Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It just feels like when I'm doing a Faith build, I want to do holy damage, and then I can't. Like, there's so many cool holy weapons that are just not good. Cypherpoda comes to mind. The Coated Sword as well. I mean, Faith is still pretty good in the DLC as well. It's not as incredible because there's so many more things weak to dark, but you still need Faith for X scaling, right? I'm not sure if I should do Sun Skip now or after I get the large ember. Yeah, I'm working on an Elden Ring playthrough. How far am I? I don't even remember. I think I'm at Fire Giant. I don't remember. No, I think I just beat Fire Giant and I got to Farmazola. But I have I'm using a Lordsworn straight sword, whichever one is the one with the really high crit damage. I think it's Lordsworn's, as well as Standoff. And then I have the ornamental straight sword in my offhand. And then in the DLC, I want to use Coated Sword instead of Lordsworn's. But it's not a pickaxe. It's a Warpick. This war was your pick. Yeah, Lordsworn's. Yeah. It's a cool weapon, and Square Off is really fun to use. Especially, like, you're getting tons of stance breaks with a straight sword, which is really funny. But, I don't know. I feel like any weapon that isn't, you know, an insanely powerful, unique weapon is just kind of underwhelming with Elden Ring. Oops. Hold on, I got this. I know how to parry in Dark Souls 1, I swear. Another Lothric Knight situation. Isn't the Lothric Knight sword just kind of worse than the broadsword, though? In Dark Souls 3? Because it has, I'm pretty sure it has worse scaling. It might not when it's refined, actually. I'm not sure. I don't know. I like the thing about damage type immunities is they kind of force you to have multiple damage types, which I don't necessarily dislike that you should have multiple damage types. I think that's a really cool idea. However, the fact that a damage type, while not being useless, is effectively useless just feels really bad to me. I'd rather have a complete immunity for one boss than nerfing an entire damage type for, you know, the final stretch of the game. Sharp Lothric is S and Dex, okay. Yeah, but it's a quality weapon, so why wouldn't you use it refined? Is that just worse? That's weird. If you die when you do the riposte, it's because you were too far down. And you hit the death plane instead of just the death cam trigger. I used to do a lot of playthroughs with heavy and sharp infusions. Like I did like the classic with the sharp, what's it called? The twin blades, the wind blades. I also have done a lot of like heavy claymore playthroughs or whatever. But recently I've been coming to appreciate refined a lot more just because you get so much more scaling off of it for the majority of weapons. And by the end of Dark Souls 3, you have so many extra levels anyway that not going refined just feels like you're nerfing yourself. Yeah, the Sellsword Wind Blades. What's the R2? Oh my goodness. That's a lot more damage than I was expecting. Bonk. I feel kind of bad for him. He just kind of sat there and took it. Oh my goodness. I think I'm gonna need to buy one large Titanite shard. And we should have plenty with the souls that we get while running through here. We can go to the depths and get the ember and everything. Yeah, only problem is chunks, because, again, I'm gonna need to get one from the guys. I'm gonna need to get one from the Dark Wraiths if I want to get a plus 15 before Anor Londo. Hope he falled over. Yeah, I do really like that spell swords are a lot easier to build for in Dark Souls 3. I don't think it's as fun as in Dark Souls 2 with how you can do, I mean, any type of spell sword and it's just going to be fun. So The problem with Spell Swords and Dark Souls 1 specifically is that Sunlight Blade and... oh, I should have just gone. Sunlight Blade and Dark Moon Blade are just better than Crystal Magic Weapon. So, unfortunately, sorcerers are kind of debuffed in the Spell Sword area. But Dark Souls 2, Crystal Magic Weapon. Crystal Magic Weapon you get a lot later than Dark Weapon, but, you know. I think Crystal Magic Weapon being on the same level scaling-wise is preferable to being just worse than a different faith scaling magic type. I started a Warp Sword playthrough and honestly wasn't having a ton of fun with that. I like the stance damage on it. Or I think that was the thing. I don't know. I liked using it. Oh my god. Let me past you so I can backstab. I didn't want to try to parry again because I'm bad at the video game. But... oh my god. This is tragic. I'm gonna die to a man serpent. Hold on. I pressed the parry button, I swear. Jesus. Okay, everything's fine. I really hate that the mage up above gets aggroed while you're down here. Because it starts making walking noises and it scares me. Go. Do I have a bone? I don't. If I had a bone, I would fight the Iron Golem now. Just because I know it's weak to piercing or thrust damage. It would be funny to kill it now and get the free 40k. But unfortunately, that will have to wait. Uh-oh. It's okay. Everything's fine. I'm not gonna die to a man serpent. Probably. I don't know. I still have one more chance to be obliterated by a man serpent. We'll see if it happens. I'm not super looking forward to Super Ornstein. But we'll see how that goes. A lot easier than with a spear or with the thigh gaps, but it's still annoying. I don't remember if I got it in the pickaxe run. I'm pretty sure I did. Okay, I'm gonna buy the chunk and then get the cage key. Go fight the giant. The chunk. I love that this guy is just kind of floating. Like, they didn't have to hide it because I never noticed until someone pointed it out to me, but I love that they didn't even try to hide it. It's great. Yeah, we gotta see the incredible hitboxes of Super Ornstein. No, I'll do a hit list. It'll be fine. The only good thing about Super Ornstein is that Phase 1 becomes a lot easier. There are challenge runs where it's genuinely just been easier to do Super Ornstein instead of Super Smough. Because the first phase is just so much harder than the second phase, regardless of who you go with. And Smough is just a lot easier to kill. Super Ornstein is powerful. That's what it is. It's not that the hitboxes are bad, it's that he just emits such a strong aura that you just take damage sometimes. That makes sense. The Puzzling Stone Sword is the most disappointing weapon in Dark Souls 2. It's like if Dark Souls 3 had a cool weapon, which it does. It has a lot of cool weapons that are just garbage. The Puzzling Stone Sword is not great. Has pretty bad damage, unfortunately. A pretty bad scaling. It says S index, but you just like don't get very much damage compared to most other weapons. Pardon me. Okay. So far, so good. Yeah, whips are not bad at all in any of the games. Well, early game, Dark Souls 1, they're pretty bad. Okay, don't hit me, please. But once you get it upgraded and have like good scaling, they're actually really good in Dark Souls 1. I haven't used them in Dark Souls 2 or Dark Souls 3, but I've heard similar stories where they're just like not as bad as people say. They're infamously bad because you pick one up at the very beginning of the game, do no damage, and then don't try it anymore, you know? Okay, depth clip. Let's see how this goes. And I can get this weapon to plus 10. And then hopefully that will give me enough damage to reasonably kill a couple random Dark Wraiths. And hopefully get a chunk out of that. Might as well grab this as well while I'm at it before I forget. Getting pretty tired, me too. I had a whole monster today. And for some reason, it either hasn't kicked in, or I needed more caffeine than I thought I did. I do have a second monster, but I want to save that for next week if I can. I have no obligation to watch my streams. I'm here for your enjoyment, not for your obligation. What flavor? The white one. I had it a long time ago for the first time, and I've tried the other flavors. I just like the white monster the most, and because of that, it's kind of become my autism energy drink. So every time I have the choice of an energy drink, I'll usually choose white monster. I liked the orange one and the pink one. I tried to do a pure physical whip run in Elden Ring, and it didn't work very well. Oops. The Arumi was so aggressively underwhelming, which sucks because it looks so cool. I love the Arumi. Hello, Styrodot. That is an ominous greeting. I think the pink one was Strawberry Dreams or something. I don't know. Okay. That was much faster than last time, at least. Which, admittedly, isn't saying much, but, you know. I know that you can free learn CS from here. But... Oh my god, what? Stop falling! Why is that happening? But can you do that from here? I'm pretty sure you can. I don't have a firebomb, so I can't test it out right now, but... YouTube didn't like Haya homos? That's unfortunate. YouTube being homophobic. Big shocker there. YouTube hates whimsy, true. Very unfortunate. Okay, hopefully this shouldn't be too terrible. I'm excited to actually get levels, because the scaling by the end will, like, double our damage output. If I read the numbers yesterday correctly. Or if I'm remembering them correctly anyway. I might not be. That's totally a possibility as well. Pardon me. Hi, Krista. Welcome. We're just now getting to the depth clip, so... Still got a good portion of stream ahead of us. That's very strange that... Oh my god, I got comboed. You know? I'm blaming that on the night rain. on the fact that I have 80 hours in Night Rain in the past 2 weeks. YouTube might have an aversion to homosexuals. That's clip 2. I love the Krista don't. You can feel it coming. It's for the bingo. Has anybody played bingo yet? Just got here. Oh, okay, look. I haven't even fought a boss besides the Asylum Demon. I don't need to start over yet. If someone shows up after I beat the gargoyles, then we can start over. Oh, pardon me. Excuse me. Suspiciously wealthy furries. That's true. Thank you for the... I don't know. Is that a compliment? What would I call that? Thank you for saying something to brighten my day, Wawa. That's okay, Krista. There is no obligation to give me money, obviously. I did that first try. I'm so cool. Sleep well, Ornstein. Thank you for being here while you could. And thank you, Bachi, as well, for the kind words. Well, that's because she is a suspiciously wealthy furry. It's not even that she's suspiciously wealthy. It's that she spends irresponsibly sometimes. At least what appears irresponsible on the outside. Oh man. I'll be sure to use that name when I obliterate Ornstein. Hopefully that happens anyway. Not rich sometimes. Like right now. Jesus. I haven't even met a furry adjacent person who is financially responsible. I say that because I'm not a furry, but I am absolutely furry adjacent. And I am not financially responsible. I think I'd rather have, oh my god, Dark Souls get me bitches than money, to be honest. Just because it's a better story. Just give me the... Okay. I'm okay with dying now. $200 and something on Devastator from Transformers. Lily! Thank you so much! For you and Krista? Okay. We'll remember the... You're still number 2? Unless that didn't update on the donation. We'll have to imagine the number 1 next to Krista's name. Thank you so much, Lily. That does mean a lot, genuinely. Second place is now first place. First place still matters to me because they gave me money, so. Okay, I don't think I need to worry about keeping souls at this moment, so I'm just gonna level up with what I have. 2740 and then level up vitality. I don't think I'm gonna worry about leveling up endurance for this run, because again, it's a super light weapon, and the stamina cost is not absurd. Maybe a little bit to like 20. We'll see. I don't usually level up endurance in this game, especially with quality weapons, but... Oh, there it is. Now it updated to number 1. Funding Rupees HRT. True. It does. This does fund my HRT. Hello, CL. Welcome. I feel like there are just a lot of words YouTube doesn't like. Especially in the homosexual vocabulary, so... I think this is the bones. This is the bones. Not even that bad. I like how you have to qualify that they're not that bad. Okay. I don't have my stream analytics up. I just brought them up. If you were wondering what that pause was. I love homosexual vocabulary as well. It's like one of my favorite vocabularies. Hates it when gay people are funny. Yeah. A lot of homosexual vocabulary, at least in my experience, involves flirting with me and giving me attention. Which makes me feel good about myself. So I also love homosexual vocabulary. Okay, hopefully I can get through New Londo relatively easily. Maybe I should have rested in Firelink. Nah. My hubris surely won't be the cause of unnecessary delays. Not this time. Stuttering when a pretty homosexual talks to you? Yeah. Yeah, me too. I also love attention. That's why I have a YouTube channel. That's what all this is. This is funding both my HRT and also satisfying my craving for attention. Ow. Watch a drag show and you'll get a sense of the language. I feel like typical like homosexual culture, gay culture with like drag shows and stuff has a different vocabulary to more casual gay culture in my experience. Like it does have a lot of crossover, obviously, but I don't know. In my personal life, I don't know a ton of gay people who use that style of vocabulary. Like obviously it's exaggerated heavily for drag shows, but just in general, you know. I highly doubt you are lame and uninteresting. Some might say you would pay to get attention. What? No, never. Ah! Almost died. Hello, Nick. Welcome. I was reading your message as I got hit, so I'm blaming you completely. Running back to your native tongue? Yeah, that's true. Oh my goodness. Oh, now I have to run around again. Okay, my brace was falling off and I was trying to fix it. I'm just full of excuses today. Hit on you, not I don't think... I feel like you don't need to pay anyone to hit on me. That just kind of happens sometimes. Refusing their hugs? Because their hugs are painful. Fortunately. Look, I would take ghost hugs if they didn't tear me in half. Ghost house shenanigans, indeed. And this time it was... Ow! It wasn't even because of the ghosts. Casual gay culture implies the existence of competitive gay culture. It's true. It's a real thing. Amateur gay. Typing can be a little bit hard sometimes, I get it. I'm into getting affectionate pain, but sometimes it's a little too much. It's not even that I wouldn't be into a little bit of it. It's specifically that right now I don't want to be hurt. All right, I need to kill him. Seeing how many pretty women you can kiss. Let me think. What is my count? I don't know. My record in a day is 4, which isn't particularly impressive, but it's better than any straight person I know. So, like, you know. Ah. Because he deserves it. I feel like we've been over this before. Maybe not, maybe you weren't here. We've been over it. But Ingrid deserves it. Oh my god, Crystal. No, I don't blame you. But Ingrid does definitely deserve it. You know, if he didn't want to die, he should have thought about that before getting obliterated, you know? Being killable. If he didn't want to die, he shouldn't have been killable in the first place. Pretty new to the competitive game. Ingrid is stronger. Maybe if I had used a bow. That would have been funnier. Maybe I should get the composite bow and kill Ingrid for old time's sake. Just so I can make a Charlie Kirk joke next stream. Oh, everything's fine. I can't parry that. I'm dead. I'm not dead. I don't have any healing, so I'm as good as dead. If I die, I don't have to... Okay. I'm not even gonna give an excuse for that one. That one just happened. Kiss as many women that are in your Discord. Get in there. Cancelled. Did I get canceled last stream? Oh, right, because that one person came and said we were disgusting or whatever. I guess that counts as canceling. Blame that one on you. Okay, so what actually happens, right, is my brain was focused on saying a thing instead of pressing the parry button, and I pressed the parry button way too late. Yeah, that's true. He did call us evil for saying that he was a hateful person, and that it was a good thing that he was gone so he couldn't make other people's lives worse. You should eat, Krista. That's a very good idea. I ate 2 pieces of toast with butter today. You know, that might be part of the reason that I'm a little bit tired. I don't know. I'll get actual food after this stream. The engravings and the casings. Yeah, there was the OO one. The bulgy one. Yeah. Somebody pressing the emote button. And there are little party poppers showing up in the chat. I do see that. I eat properly. I just haven't been in like the last week because I don't know. I'm sure there's a reason. Yeah, if you read this, you're gay. I forgot about that one, but that one was my favorite. 3 hours of sleep, some crackers, and a packet of sausages. I'm sure that's enough. The person I live with has been on a very different schedule from normal. So my sleep schedule has also been kind of weird the past few days, unfortunately. Okay, in front of you. I would appreciate that. So, hey, a chunk! Whoa, the game took pity on me! Maybe I can get another one so I don't have to fight the other Black Knight. Oh. I was hoping that would stagger. I'm dead. YouTube censored the OO. Dying a lot this stream, but it's okay. All the hearts and party poppers. This is true. Chris, I can cook and bake pretty good. I don't know. I think Kirk was a little bit worse at dodging than I am, but at this point, I mean, for this stream specifically, it's racking up. For that loathsome worm. Really bad iframes. Yeah, I forgot to level ADP. Oh yeah, Krista, thank you. If you are enjoying the stream, I would super appreciate a like, for algorithm purposes. Just to give it a little bit of a boost, because this does pay for my livelihood, it pays for my HRT, pays for my phone bill and everything, so as much as a lot of my living costs are covered by very amazing people, that also includes people who watch my videos. So... Oh, I do also have a coffee. I forgot about that. There's a link to that in the description if you don't want to give your money to YouTube. Thank you for reminding me, Nick. The only problem with coffee is that I don't get notifications for it on stream. So I won't be able to, like, say something immediately, but maybe I should set up a system where I, like, do shoutouts or whatever, like I do with members for coffee donations. I don't know. I'll have to figure something out. Pardon me. Give me the chunk. Okay. The 3 A's is very important. Oh right, coffee does have memberships. I think I saw that last time I was on there, but I don't check it very often because, like, I get emails, and I have the email notification thing set up, so I know when people give me money on there, but it happens very rarely because it's just so much easier to give money through YouTube. How many chunks do I have? Okay, yeah, so I just need to go kill the Black Knight real quick. So if you do want to support me and help me live, and don't want to give your money to YouTube, coffee is there. I think... I would assume that memberships do give me a boost in the algorithm, but I'm not actually sure if they do. But watch time is just by far the most important metric. So, you know. Maybe watch the extra 10 seconds at the end of a video. Or whatever. Help a sister live, yeah. Oh, Seal. HRT soonish? That's really cool. Really happy for you. Really excited. Well, it's called coffee because it's... like... Buy you a coffee. Is that not why it's named that? I always assumed it was pronounced coffee. Because, like, that's why I assumed it was called that anyway. But if you don't wanna, that's okay too. I'm happy with people just even knowing I exist. That is more than I ever could have asked for. But I do prefer to live. One's a Christian? That's hopefully not going to be too terrible. Kaffa? I don't know. I know a lot of people pronounce it Ko-Fi, but yeah, again, I always just kind of assumed it was coffee. If you donate enough, they send you a crow. That makes sense. I should have figured that, to be honest. Okay, plus 14. Having a plus 15 before a boss, or yeah, before any boss is super fun. Okay, reinforce. No, modify. Wait, what? I didn't grab the ember. Oh my god. ADHD is really being a killer today, huh? Because I died to the Dark Wraith. That's okay. Hold on. Actually, I changed my mind. I did, in fact, grab the ember. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. What? Where is it? Wait, what? It's not... Okay, it's not in the key items. Is it in upgrade materials? It is in upgrade materials. That's so weird. I mean, I got the ember. Definitely. Alright, Krista. I hope you have something yummy. Peter pellet? I didn't cheat. I grabbed the ember. I remembered to grab the ember. Everything's fine. Okay. Now I modify. Put this to plus 14. Should be put down for that last joke. Either you're... Are you talking about the spending all your money on Transformers, or did it not come through? Okay, level up strength a little bit. Biggest cheating scandal? What cheating? I don't know of any cheating. It's yeah, because it was doing the iframes. I stands for invisible there instead of invincible. There are actually two kinds of iframes in this game. Cheat Ember John. Okay. You said a word for boobs? iframe stands for I got the Ember frames. Oh, okay. I didn't know that, actually. The only way to say boobs in chat is to write 8008. Every time I open a Minecraft thingy for over LAN, when I'm like using Hamachi or whatever to play Minecraft with someone, I'll always set the port to 8008 because it's funny. It's the funniest joke I've ever made in my life, in fact. I'm sure the crow will come eventually. Unco Wunkus. Indeed. Bunkanagahoogs. Okay. Ah. I forgot that the third one happened, so I just didn't even try to dodge it. I'm honestly kind of shocked Breasticles got through. I haven't heard that since, like... I mean, like middle school, probably. Mana Race. That's a good one. I also hate those 4 hollows. Normally they're not that much of an issue because you can use the wall to block them. But I am not on my A game today. Which is why I'm getting a plus 15 immediately. Hopefully by the time I get to the DLC, I'll be a little bit more warmed up. Mungas. Oh god. No, please. You can land there. How goes the picking? Not great, actually. Only because I I'm not sure what's wrong with me today, to be honest. I had caffeine and everything. Like, admittedly, I'm probably a little bit distracted due to things. I don't know. I was gonna use a euphemism, but I don't think I have a euphemism for that. That wouldn't just be like, oh, okay, that's what that is. But I don't know. I'm just tired. Weirdly tired for also having had caffeine. Is it because of women? Usually. Bahangas in chat, yeah. The bazongas. The badonkers. The bonkanagahoogs. The dobon honkeros. That is pretty distracting. If you were to hypothetically draw my fox in a Halloween costume, what would she dress as? Ah. Such a good question. I mean, like, it has to be the fox from Tunic, right? That's like half the reason I even figured out that I was fox in the first place. Oh. I don't know. I guess it would be that. Yeah. See, normally these torch hollows aren't that much of an issue. Warpick is one of the weapons in the whole series that you straight up don't care about. What's the Warpick in Bloodborne? I really like really simple weapons like the Warpick that have like a small gimmick, like thrusting damage on a hammer. Like obviously the pickaxe does that as well. But I find the Warpick a lot simpler, and it's a lot more interesting to me. Which is weird because I've never used it in any of the games. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, church pick. Okay, I love that. Literally everyone knows what it's called in Bloodborne except for me. I haven't actually used the church pick. Women are poggers, this is true. Oh god. I didn't know that this one could jump away. Never pick a church? Yeah, me either. I don't know. I haven't gone to any church in so long. But I used to go to church all the time, and I always hated it. What if sword, but also scythe and really long pickaxe? That does sound pretty awesome. I returned to the microwave lasagna. I hope your microwave lasagna is delicious. I really want to play Bloodborne, but I want to do it in a series like I did with Dark Souls 3. And that's just so much commitment, and I want to finish the Dark Souls 2 series first, which is also like so much more work than the other games because I have to play through 2 versions of the game. But you know, I do really want to do both of those. Terminal Dark Souls 1 streamer? That's a wonderful question. I do need to finish Lies of P. I'm not afraid of commitment. I'm afraid of committing to spending a lot of time doing one thing. Like, I'm a very committed person. This is why I've played well over 1,000 hours of Dark Souls 1. Yeah, Bloodborne is, I feel like, is the hardest one to get into. Cleric Beast never gave me too much trouble. I mean, aside from the camera, obviously. But, the Father Gascoigne is, like, really rough if you're not trying to learn the parry timings and stuff. I'm scared of commitment to things that aren't women. I think that's a better way to put it. Yeah, learning Gascoigne, like Gascoigne being the thing that makes you learn Bloodborne is... Okay, thanks for letting me through. It's very rough. Exactly, Nick. If it ain't a women, I ain't committing. Alright, his name be Gascoigne. because it looks like it's spelled that way? I don't know. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That makes me really want to get Power Within. Oh, Power Within would be so funny. Oh, but that's so far out of the way. Okay, I'm gonna leave this up to popular choice. Should I hack in Power Within, or should I just not use Power Within? Those are the two options. Busy with Silksong? Yeah. I am a good chunk through Silksong. No spoilers, because the game just came out, but I think I have all the movement abilities. If I don't, then I don't even know what I could be missing. Yeah, I mean, legitimately get Power Within. Absolutely. Just looking away. Looking away from what? Nothing even happens. Hold on. Hold on. Nothing's happening. Hold on. Okay. Do I even... I think I need 2 levels in attunement, yeah. Manifest it. What's this? An email from Miyazaki? You get Power Within for free in all of your runs? Oh my god. Thank you, Miyazaki. I remember that time that I went to Blighttown and grabbed Power Within. Oh my god. Just like that time that I went to New Londo and grabbed the very large ember. I would say that specific abilities would be considered a spoiler. I don't like knowing about them personally, but I'm sure I have all of them. Yeah. Oh wait, I need to go to... do I have enough money for 2 levels? I don't think I do. Oh, zip file with Power Within from the big man himself. It's now midnight. You are 8 hours ahead of me. It is 4 p.m. for me. I started streaming at 3 instead of 6. I used to stream at 6 p.m. instead of 3 p.m. But, so many more people are able to watch at 3 p.m. I would stream earlier, but just so, like, more time zones would be able to watch easier. But, like, it's just... my sleep schedule does not work for that. Did I just level up dexterity instead of attunement? Okay, that's fine. We'll get Power Within after Quelaag. The gaming hour. Sleep schedule. Yeah, Silksong. I can't believe they released Silksong with so many bugs. That's actually crazy. After 7 years, like, come on. If we stream earlier, I'll miss some... Okay, it's a good thing that my sleep schedule prevents me from streaming earlier then. I don't know, because a lot of people who do watch these streams end up going to sleep in the middle of it, but I guess a lot of people either sleep to the stream or stay for the whole thing, so... The bug joke is a personal favorite. It also took me a little bit to pick it up. Seven years and so many bugs. It's a really good game. I like it a lot more than Hollow Knight. Just because, I don't know, I like the faster speed. This time is great. Yeah, I mean, I want to keep it as a consistent schedule because, you know, for people who watch, they'll be able to watch consistently, which I think is more fun. But godforsaken land called New Jersey. That's unfortunate. I live in Seattle, Washington, which is a pretty cool place to be, full of queer people. It's pretty great. I mean, it's America, so it's less good than it could be, but, you know, could be worse. Could be in Florida. Or like Tennessee. Yuck. What kind of little bug creature would I be? I think just for the sake of my headmates, I would have to be a moth. At least it's not old Jersey. Seattle does have a lot of cool furries, it's true. You're the only 10 I see. Damn, girl, are you from Tennessee? Okay, not terrible damage. Actually, that's pretty good. Oh god. I was greedy. Ow. Okay. Damn, girl, are you, Bad pickup lines are simultaneously really annoying and also sometimes kind of funny. It's I'd sippy. I like that one. That one's really good. I feel like there's something with Minnesota and only cans. If you know what only cans is. Yeah, me too. If you don't, I don't know that I would recommend looking it up, but there was a song released by, oh, what was his name? I don't know, a song, someone released a song for that game, and it's like unironically a really good song. But I don't know, I feel like there's a pickup line somewhere in there. Shocked YouTube let that through. YouTube can't censor me, at least. They censored Dan. There's a lot going on in chat right now. I love that this stream, recently, streams haven't gotten a ton of concurrent viewers. I mean, it's fine, it's whatever. Like, the peak for the last couple streams have been 20-something. Currently, according to YouTube, there are 37 concurrent viewers. And this is the one that gets that. The one where I'm, like, probably half asleep, playing awful. I used, like, the Obsidian Greatsword, which got, I don't know, like 500 votes or something. And then this, which got 20%, as opposed to the Obsidian Greatsword's 50%. Got way more concurrent viewers, and I'm playing awful. YouTube can't censor you asking pretty women to sippy pee-pee. True. Can't be stopped. It's too powerful. I feel like it would be really hard to forget most people who I've interacted with. Turns out that the Souls community, especially the ones in the Souls community that are revolving around smaller creators, especially smaller trans creators, are pretty cool people. Shockingly. 50% stoppable by the algorithm. There we go. I mean, you're watching this stream. You gotta be cool. Continue to make very stupid jokes. Good. That's what I want. Okay, attune, power within. Pyromancy flame. My brace came off again. I need to get like compression gloves or something instead of a brace with bad Velcro. I would imagine that a lot of the people watching right now are just randoms lurking. Random people who either haven't watched one of my streams before or do very rarely. I'm shocked you that one. Like, no, I'm not shocked. The algorithm isn't smart enough for that, but goddamn. No, not my race, my brace. My brace came off again, and I do not want a repetitive strain injury. Is it still 3 a.m. for you? Can't even say boobs in a funny way. That's unfortunate. YouTube being homophobic. Okay. Oh, RSI. I assume RPS was supposed to be RSI. Fortunately, that's not actually why I have a repetitive strain injury. I actually got it. Well, I don't know. I got a really, really bad one around when I first started making YouTube videos. I think I mentioned it in the true highest DPS video for a while ago. From that was like the 5th video I uploaded in Dark Souls. I don't remember. That was a while ago. But yeah, I got a really, really bad one back then. And since then, I've always worn a brace while playing games because otherwise my thumb starts to hurt. What am I doing with the right hands? I'm pressing buttons. I don't have a brace for my right hand, which is another reason I want compression gloves, because then both will work. But oh my god. Oh my god. Join the cool disabled trans girly soon. There's Damlos. Yeah, that'll do it. Oh, nice, Nick. I'm sure that's incredibly relieving. I don't know. I've just been like using a brace and being careful not to play too much. Like back when Night Rain came out, I played that so much. I probably played it for 12 to 15 hours a day for like 2 or 3 days, and that really messed up my hands. But if you didn't know, I have a Discord, and there it is full of very, very cool trans women, most of which happen to be disabled in some way. Because, I mean, realistically, most cool trans people are disabled in some way. Like me, I have autism. I don't know, calling that a disability feels wrong, but it's classified as a disability, so I guess it counts. Played 30 hours in the 2 weeks. Yeah, and that's not very much compared to what I played the first time. Neurodivergence. I think that's a better way to put it. A better word to use. Most cool people in general are neurodivergent. Not all, admittedly, but most. The Tiz Riz. Apparently. It was 100+ hours in 2 weeks. Smough, you're here! You missed Ornstein. He was here earlier. It does apply to you, Alyssa. Of course it does. You're here. I played Warframe quite a bit. Like, I played it a lot for a very short time. I have like 250 hours in it, but I haven't touched it in months. Yeah, you got here just in time, Smough. I'm coming up to your doorstep right now. Oh, there he goes. About to face your biggest fear? Yeah, Nick, I would love to. That'd be super fun. His Riz confirmed. I love Night Rain, and any excuse to play more Night Rain I am absolutely down for. I don't think we've done anything together, so yeah, I'd be super down for that. His Riz confirmed, that's... Speaking of... owie. The Tizzler. The twin princes. That's... Why is YouTube censoring so much today? Usually it doesn't censor very much at all. Maybe they're like, oh god, Ruby's streaming again. We gotta crank up the censors. I think instead of biting YouTube, you should bite trans women. They'll appreciate it. Already do that? Me too. You should probably sleep at a reasonable time. 47 viewers? It says 49 for me, which is crazy. I think that's the most viewers I've ever had in a stream. I don't remember if I got to 60 one time. Anyway, thank you everyone for being here. Genuinely, it means a lot that you're just even watching the stream, but, I mean, yeah, thank you. And the Warpick, apparently. Hello, Mutua? I assume is how you pronounce that? Please correct me if I'm wrong. Play bass and enjoy peak content and not sleep and make tomorrow harder. I hope it's worth it. It's because we're talking about biting trans women? That's probably true. Oh, I should put on Wrath Crest. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, Leo Ring. I need to remember to hit that. Ah! Owie. I swear, I'm good at the video game. You can't prove otherwise. Oh god. I haven't even hit you once. What do you mean stop? Running away? Okay. Bonk. Oh. Ow. I was hoping that wouldn't hit me. At this point, or at this rate, I'm not even going to be able to use Power Within for anything useful. Uh oh. Ornstein kind of saved me from that bonk. The bonk probably would have done more damage. Hey. Hey. I hate that the hammer, like, cancels your damage. Ow. Wombo comboed by 2 gay men. 2 gay men wombo comboing a trans woman. Yeah. Ew. That sure was a hitbox. I love this fight. I feel gross making that joke. Uh-oh, that's not good. God damn it. It does sound transphobic on SR Chasers. Unicorn hunting. Oh my god. Oh my god. Finally did something useful. Maybe I should save power within for phase 2. No. It'll be fine. Alright, Nick, have a good night. Thank you for being here while you could. Hope you sleep well. First tried the princess? That's awesome. I'm very proud of you. Whoa. You would disagree. Yeah, I... With money and bites? True. The bites are the important part, but also money. Oops. Tied to Cyrus and Aldrich. Yeah, that makes sense. Look, it's not my fault that trans women are awesome and cool. I need to remember to not fight Ornstein, because I did almost forget. That was a lot of damage. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait, he stopped charging? Is he actually just done charging, or is he gonna keep going? I don't remember. That is so much damage. Stability and counter damage. Uh-oh, he's charging. It's fine. Yeah, T for T is just... Oh my goodness. I don't know. It's hard to be with someone who doesn't understand that kind of thing. Ow. That sure did hit me. Okay, just gonna stand over here and heal for a second. I'm sure he is entirely capable of hitting me through that wall, but that worked out pretty well. There we go. Smough, thank you so much. 2 months already, yeah. Time flies. T for T for T for T for T. That is pretty common. I guess so. I don't know, I think it's less that it's particularly common, and more like, if you find one T for T for T for T for T relationship, you find multiple, right? So not cool. I mean, you did sub at a pretty, or join? I don't remember what it's called. You did join the membership at a very funny time. All your sins are forgiven. Don't worry. So. Okay. Lordvessel. Sif time. Sif and the Four Kings. Yeah, I don't know. Being with a cis person, especially cis het, would feel so weird. Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess I couldn't be with a cis het person because I'm not heterosexual, but, you know. Even aside from that, I feel like it would be a very weird relationship. A chaser is somebody who specifically goes after trans people, particularly for fetishistic reasons, as opposed to T for T relationships, which are generally because of mutual understanding and, you know, something you can't really get out of a non-trans partner if you are trans. I also love women. Women are awesome. The one kind of person that I could never, ever, ever be in a relationship with is a neurotypical person. It would not work. I've never even been interested in a neurotypical person, I don't think. And I am 100% positive that a neurotypical person has never been interested in me. So I love it. It makes me so happy that people like to show off in the Discord, like just having a place like that like I facilitated makes me very happy. Your brother thinks I'm cute. Oh my god, that killed me? I was not expecting that to kill me. That's a very interesting information to know, Krista. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I don't feel strongly in any particular direction, but that is both very odd and flattering? Professional. Yeah, professional Dark Souls player. I mean, that's why I post pictures ever in my server, so I get it. Feel stronger if your brother was your sister. I'm not gonna disagree, but I'm also not going to agree. I plead the fifth. I also probably still wouldn't feel very strongly just because I feel like that would be strange to feel. Not... I'm not gonna comment. Because I feel like being set up. Is that the one where I was wearing the ears? Like the one on the train? That was a good picture. We have a lot of good pictures together, actually. Those ears are really cute. It is very fortunate that Rhea got the complete wrong order at first. I was also harassed. Krista took pictures of me that were easily the worst pictures of me that currently exist. Oh my god. That's not my full legal name. That's not even close. You forgot the Ruby solar pellet. Ruby Yutubi solar pellets slow at Dark Souls. I don't know. Something like that. There's a die in there. Oh my god, I dodged. 560 damage. I wonder if that's counter damage or not. I suppose either way, I'm gonna get counter damage no matter what here, if that is counter damage. But if that's not counter damage, that's pretty crazy. Or not counter. Yeah, counter. Not instability. I get the two mixed up sometimes. Leave me alone. I'm not very smart. Ruby Katubi Yutubi, slow at Dark Souls solar pellets. If you wanted to add the title, it would probably be like the Goddess of the Sun or something. Conversation changed while you were typing. Hello, Matthias. Welcome. Your message didn't send. Project. This is a pretty fun run. I'm enjoying this weapon, despite the fact that I am playing awful today. Oh, I should probably put on the Leo ring, huh? Did I not pick up the... Hold on. I forgot you had to pick it up off the ground, and I just didn't. I mean, I did pick up the Leo ring. There we go. I'm not that tired. I'm just kind of out of it. Censoring gay people and Smough. Krista, I have no idea what that means. I'm sure you could have guessed that, but... Oh god. Almost a bro moment. Really. That might be the first time anyone said that in my chat. Goddess of the Sun in Irish. Okay. Good to know. I kind of figured it was just common knowledge that Krista was Irish. Because I feel like that gets brought up not infrequently. YouTube so buns. Fucking cis man gotta bring those kinds of memes. That's totally fair. I also don't remember things. I get it. Okay. I mean, it did finally send. I hope you sleep well, Seal. And I am flattered that people fall asleep to my voice at all, let alone specifically choose to. Other token cis man. I don't know. I feel like I feel like Smough can't be a token cis man. True, that's a good point, Seal. I should have thought of that. I'm gonna get rolled. Whoa. Everything's fine. That's a good idea. I agree, Styro. Follow the IGN guide? No. You know, this is gonna sound weird if you don't get it. But that's a very cis man run to recommend. A token cis man is a normal cis man who is here for representation. How we style. Hello, Pasaka. Welcome. You're here at a good time. Oh, I swear I'm good at the video game. I don't miss this often, usually. Right after the Four Kings, we're going straight to the archive. Oh my god, counter damage. That's so much. That's so much damage. Does the Leo ring work on any counter damage in Dark Souls 2, or is it only rusting counter damage? I swear to god. I don't remember. If I get hit again, I'm basically dead, so. Yeah, I like Zero Linny's videos, but I don't know, I feel like that style of run, it's not boring, it's just overdone, I think. No, you did not miss the archives. Oh my god, Smough is actively lying. That's crazy. Very rude. Okay, I forgot that I can warp now. Trying to gaslight the Pasakas. Oh my goodness. My voice cracked. I thought I was done with puberty. You can stun lock the Sanctuary Guardian to the Falchion. I don't know. I'm kind of excited for the Falchion run. The Falchion is kind of underwhelming, generally. But I think that'll be a fun run. Playing Topasakas. That's kind of what I expected. Yeah, but the second puberty doesn't change my voice. It's not like I'm voice training or anything. My voice is just like this. I should be done. 460 a hit? Thought I'd be into training, not voice training though. Do the archives have like a Dewey Decimal System? Is that what the number 2378 is? Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, I know that's not how it works, but like a similar kind of system. Oh my god. Okay. I hate the ghosts. I hate the ghosts so much. Token cis man, token black man, and or token black person? Presumably. Is what you're going for there, and token Latin American? Actually, Latin America is not underrepresented in this community, shockingly. Like, there are a lot of people from Latin America. Estrogen would have saved Samwise. Yeah. I don't know why Latin America specifically. Like, I'm pretty sure I would not be surprised if there were more Latin American people here than Europeans. I just love Latinas, Sonic. Whoa, there he goes. All the way across the border. It's true. I do share a common trait with Shadow the Hedgehog. Can go get a Brazilian guy. Let's go find one. Force him to watch the stream. Oh my goodness, almost died again. I would have cried. Okay, power within. Actually, since I'm here, Grass Crest. Okay. No magic, no magic, no magic, no magic, no magic, no magic. Cool. It works every time if you say it. If you, like, start yelling at them. Counter damage. Does counter damage apply to the full health bar or only to the individual king? The Matthias, you know. It's just messing with you. How many is one Brazilian people? That's a good question. I don't know how that math works out. Stop running away. Puerto Rican, but can't speak Spanish. I mean, still Puerto Rican. I think it's just one. Not as many people as there are in One Piece. Good to know. I'm sure the next king will show up eventually. There it is. It's a different Brazilian Matthias. Matthias? I assume the second one is more correct. Oh god. Probably pretty high, admittedly. I feel like there are a lot of names that a lot of people share. Hate that the kings are timer-based? I don't. I think it makes it pretty interesting. Like, I get disliking it, but I actually like it quite a bit. The pronunciations are wrong. Yeah, that makes sense. How do you pronounce it correctly? On the internet, no one shares a name? True. My bad. Should have thought about that. Okay, gonna place the Lordvessel, and then we're gonna go to the archives. Oops. I'm sorry, wait, no, hold... The Hell Space Dark Souls 2. I mean, I feel like that works more with the gargoyles, because they show up faster, they have less health individually, and there's a lot more of them. So I would agree that it works well for the gargoyles, but for the Four Kings specifically, I think the timer system works pretty well. If you kill one, it should spawn the next one. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Oops. Okay, Anor Londo. Archives time. Pisaka time. Yeah, he just kind of leaves. Unfortunate. But... oh well. Mateus? If I'm still mispronouncing that, I would not be surprised. Long day of eating people. I hope you enjoyed your day of eating people. And I hope you sleep well. Good luck with your 6 a.m. waking up tomorrow. They do drop their weapon. It's a really low chance, though. I think it's like 2%. That was way closer. Oh, of course. So you don't get the sound, right? The TH? How you would pronounce that in English? I think it's either 0.5% or a 1% chance to drop. It's really low. Might be 2%. Also might be 5%. I don't know. It's one of those. It's somewhere in there. It's low. Come up here. Said was wrong. Too shy to correct me. I'm bad at pronouncing names. Yeah, it's just a T sound. Okay. Hey, Fangbar helm from the first one. Alright, let's see if I can successfully get the DLC key first try. After that, the archive should be pretty easy, hopefully. Want to attempt your middle name? Is that true? I thought I've said it before. Pretty close, but still wrong. Oh, I prefer being corrected. No, I'm not doing archive skip. I gotta see the Pisakas. The Pisakas are necessary. Almost got shoulder checked. Okay. Let me see if I can get past everything else without dying. I'm sure I've died here in a stream at least. Okay, let me put this on before I forget. Oh my goodness. I kind of, I don't know. I have no idea how else that would be pronounced, so I feel like, I don't know any way to try. Need someone to want you like I want Pisakas? I mean, I can think of someone who does. I can think of 2 people who do. I think it would be cool if the Rare Ring of Sacrifice could uncurse you if you've already been cursed. I can't imagine that's a scenario that shows up very often where a Rare Ring of Sacrifice is easier to come by than, like, a Purging Stone. But I think that would be a cool mechanic. Okay. Always forget the ones from Dark Souls, but the ones from Dark Souls are these. Okay, third one. Oh wait, I forgot. Grab first. No, almost. No, almost. No, almost. Oh my god, that was so much damage. Okay, does it not work on the stairs? Will it work better on flat ground? There we go. Oh, that killed me. I wasn't expecting that to kill me. Darn. I was hoping to kill both of them again, but that's fine. Okay, well now, I mean, I can run in and do the backstab. I'll just probably die because of it. It'll be worth it though. That's how I want to go. Some of the cursed 18 plus comics. I don't think I've ever seen them. When I died. I make noises like that all the time. Got it. But I didn't die for it. That's surprising, actually. The yippee being cut off from dying. Oh, I should have put the Leo ring back on. Oh, I already put it on. I remembered. That's crazy. I didn't remember that I remembered, but I did remember. ADHD is being slightly less annoying now than it was earlier. Okay, have a good night, Krista. Thank you for being here while you could. I hope you sleep well. Okay. Nothing suspicious is happening whatsoever. So much more forgetting. Look, it's not my fault that I have ADHD. ADHD is homophobic. Casually casting trans girl magic. Yeah. It's because I'm autistic for Sonic. Yeah, this is just a thing that happens sometimes. Don't worry about it. This is not the most cheating stream, not by a long shot. I think that goes to either Vilka's Rapier or the Dragon Bone Fist, which is why I want to redo those. Now, it has to be for Sonic, the franchise as a whole, and also the character. It can't be just Metal Sonic, unfortunately. Hey, one shot. I wonder if that counted as counter damage. I have no idea what does and doesn't count for counter damage in this game. Yeah, those were a long time ago. Those are some of the first streams I did. Actually, I don't remember when Vilka's Rapier was. I don't remember when either of them were. I'm pretty sure at least Bone Fist was very early. Fighting Rolana. I don't like a lot of the Elden Ring DLC bosses. I wish I did. I liked Romina. That's kind of it. Krista didn't give any money this stream, actually. So, the one you'd be giving more money than would be Lily if you had money. But I do appreciate the sentiment. Oh god. Elden Ring bosses are boring. I don't know that I would say boring. It's more like they're annoying for me to learn personally because of how you have to learn them. Yeah, I don't dislike Elden Ring, but it's definitely my least favorite of the series. Of the I don't know. What would you even call it? The group of games that all fall under FromSoft Souls-likes. I feel like there's a word for that. Grave's pretty far from Lordran. The Soul series? I mean, I guess. I don't know. To me, the Soul series is Dark Souls 1, 2, 3. And potentially Demon Souls, depending on the context, right? Fighting a blender. Yeah, that's why I don't like those bosses. Oh my goodness, look at this. Very long hallway. Oh wow, look at the stream skipping around. That's pretty crazy. That's how fast it looks like I'm going through here. I'm actually going through at normal speed, but the stream is skipping. Glorified hallway. I've already done this in other streams. I just don't like the crystal caves. Because there's nothing here. Yeah, YouTube is at 2x speed and I'm talking very slow. That's exactly what happens. It's crazy how I had the clairvoyance to start speaking slowly before that happens. I put 2x speed on streams now. Only for streamers with ADHD, though. It transfers over. I accidentally put something to hold the button on your phone. Or computer. Or TV. Or whatever you're watching this on. Oh god. Ooh. I got poked by a clam. Not the kind of thing I want to get poked by. Yeah, I'm terrible at parrying in most Souls games that aren't Dark Souls 1, and Dark Souls 1 has extremely easy parry timing. Is he weak to piercing? That feels like weak to piercing. I'm gonna Teletubbies Teletummy. I feel like the clams would feel less egregious if they were intentional, but because they're not intentional, they just feel bad. Okay. Vitality. Give me like 20. I'll start leveling endurance a bit. Okay, Let's do a bit of chaos first. So symmetrically. Yes. I agree. You should sleep then, Smough. That's good for you. Not sleeping is, like, bad for your health, probably. Leveling strength, IRL. What is it called when I do the opposite of that? And then take HRT and get fatter? What am I leveling there? Resistance? Or... bringing around giant logs, like the Great Club. One of the best weapons. Leveling vitality, vigor. One of those two, probably. Big sleep propaganda. People say that my voice is sleep propaganda. Okay, that's not my fault. Oh god. Need to up your vitality. I think my vitality is I think my vitality is at a good level. I swear, I can say words. It's really soothing. Thank you. Leveling charisma. True. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like pretty much all the bosses in Elden Ring can be. Most soothing voices. Who else is on that list? I'm curious. Is it like ranked? Or are there, is it just like a list of soothing voices? I'm curious where I rank. Gordon Freeman is up there. That checks out. I actually don't like Gordon Freeman's voice. Not Gordon. Who was I thinking of? Godman? That's the man I was thinking of. I don't like his voice very much. Morgan Freeman. I got him mixed up. But I don't know why I don't like his voice. It's never been appealing to me. Face aggressively waving a dinner tray at enemies. I didn't know it got nerfed. I didn't know they changed any Ashes of War like that. I mean, especially like parry Ashes of War. I'm at first. Oh my god. Was the list written by trans women? I feel like that's the only way that I'm at number 1. I guess Seath could be a chaser. That could also be the solution. the reasoning. That's the word. I swear, my brain works sometimes. It's not right now. Okay. Artist boss incoming. Capra Demon or Fire Sage. Oh my goodness, I can't remember anything right now. What the hell? Author was scratched out. There's a second name written there, but you don't remember what it was. A cute girl you like? Is that number 1? That's true. That would be the number 1 spot. Wait a second. Is it a magic book that changes? Based on who's reading it? The number one spot would change? I feel like based on the Pasaka's desire to to use the grab attack, I feel like that checks out. Oh my goodness, 2 hits. That's very quick to kill the rockworm. I guess it might be weak to piercing damage. I don't know how damage or how resistances are on a lot of enemies. I know piercing damage is generally pretty good. Strike damage is good against a lot of like much stronger bosses. Like Calamity is really weak to strike damage. It's a very normal and authoritative source on voice soothingness. Okay, good to know. Peer reviewed. Your buddy Eric. Oh, that's gonna hurt. It didn't. Oh my god, I'm shocked I avoided that. Alright, power within. Stop running away, you freak. Okay. Not bad damage. Hopefully Centipede Demon isn't too much of an issue. I feel like I've had more trouble with Centipede Demon recently than I should have. Oh my god, everything's fine. I tried to run and then it rolled because I let go because I needed to roll, so it rolled way too early. That was scary. But everything worked out, so it's fine. Instead of waiting for power within to end, I think it's faster to just quit out here. No worries. Personally, I am very pro people talking about their hyperfixations in my stream chat, regardless of what the stream is. There is also an entire Discord server, link in the description. Shameless self-promotion. If you want to talk about your hyperfixation, especially for a FromSoft Souls game in there. Also, we are almost at 10,000 subscribers, which is insane. I didn't think I'd ever get anywhere close, but I think it's like 120 or something like that away from 10,000, which there will be a special drunk stream once it hits 10k, which I'm genuinely really excited to do. But also just like the idea of hitting 10,000 subscribers is something that I thought would never happen. And I'm even at, 9,800 or whatever it's at right now. So yeah, if you're not subscribed, I would very much appreciate a subscription. If you haven't liked the stream and you're enjoying it, I would also very much appreciate a like for algorithm purposes. I know a lot of people that aren't just me are actually looking forward to the drunk stream as well, so it doesn't only benefit me. What am I gonna drink? The idea was cocktails based on soul stuff, so like, an Estus flask cocktail, or like a Ziegbräu or whatever. Bring the Pasaka to that, to the Discord, or the drunk stream. Stop turning your brain off. But it's funny. It's open mimic chests. That's just flask is hard brandy. I mean, I've seen like actual hot cocktails that were based on that's just flask people have made online. I don't know what run I'm gonna do for that though. Like I know what the idea is, obviously, but I don't know what weapon and stuff I'm gonna use, I think it might not be a bad idea to just use a casual weapon and just play through the game normally, because otherwise I feel like that's gonna go very poorly, because I'm very bad at video games when I'm drunk, but we'll see. Jungle juice of the Estus soup. Yummy Estus soup. So I don't know if I should do like a gimmick to it, where like I'll take a drink every time I die or whatever, or if I should just drink and play the game. I think drinking and playing the game would be more fun, to be honest, without worrying about gimmicks. Okay. Vitality, a little bit of endurance. It's a 20 endurance, and then everything else is going to go into vitality. Which probably won't be too many more levels. Okay. Hopefully I can first try Bed of Chaos. It'll be disappointing if I can't. If I die to anything, it's going to be right after I do the jump to the left-hand side, and I'm going to get smacked and either die from that instantly, or I'm going to get pushed off into the pit that I just jumped over. Or I die to something stupid like Firestorm, which is also very possible. But we'll see. See how successful I am with this fight. Where did I get a humanity? I mean, it must have been a soft humanity, but when did I get that? Oh, from the archives, that's right. I assume I got it from the archives anyway. Where are you going? No. The more stupid my death, the more I drink. So as I get more drunk, I'll be drinking even more. Unfortunately, I am a lightweight. So we'll see how that stream goes. It's brutal against human-sized opponents. Yeah, just getting their everything gouged through. Unlock alcoholism. True. Exactly what's going to happen if I do that. Which is why I think no gimmicks would be better. Because then, like, instead of waiting for half the stream to take the first drink, you know? Actually, I'd probably do something stupid and die really early. But instead of potentially waiting half the stream to take the first drink, I'm just drinking the whole time. And then I don't have to worry about dying repeatedly to dumb things because I'm successively getting more and more drunk every time I die. Okay. I feel dehydrated, so I'm attempting to drink water. I'm kind of shocked that didn't hit me. You tore up a drywall with a Warpick? Like a real-life Warpick? That's awesome, actually. Oh my goodness, my throat's being silly. Actually really don't drink very often. Let me see. Last time I drank was like, I don't even remember how long ago that was. Like maybe a month ago? I don't remember if it was that long. Maybe a few weeks. And then before that, I drank twice in a 2-week span of time. And then before that, I hadn't drank since... I mean... maybe a year? I don't know if it was that long. I don't drink very often, is the point. And sometimes when I do drink, I don't even, like, actually get drunk. So, I am still very much a lightweight. Okay, I have successfully drank quite a bit of water. My throat is still being stupid. Over the course of the stream, I have drank, I don't know, about 35 ounces of water. So, hopefully my throat stops being dumb soon. trying to do that away from the microphone. I don't know how loud it picks up. I think that's a little bit better. YouTube is being really normal. It always does that. It's like censoring a lot of messages that it wouldn't normally censor. YouTube is just being transphobic. I think that's the problem. I've never had beer. I've had like a lot of spirits and cocktails and stuff, but I've never had beer. I've had wine. Hello, ludicrous person. Welcome. Yeah, because the only reason I haven't had beer is because when I want to drink, it's not gonna be very much. But the only like way you can buy beer is either in like big packs of cans or like huge cans that I'm absolutely not gonna get through. I really like seltzer. Not seltzer. Cider. I don't like seltzer. Beer is gross, yucky. Beer seems really polarizing. My mom really likes beer, so like I'm genetically predisposed to liking beer. But I don't know. We'll see. Okay. I remember when I used to fear bone wheels. What a time that was. Three hits without power within. That's surprising. I expected 4. I wonder, again, I have no idea what does and doesn't count as counter damage for the vast majority of enemies. I wonder if him teleporting makes it count as counter damage. I highly doubt it. I always found them really annoying. I don't know. I found them annoying a little bit. And then I did that if everything is a bone wheel run. And I, like, find them extremely easy to deal with now. So. That was sad. Yeah, it was pretty sad. Poor bone wheel. I'm excited for the DLC. I want to see how this fares against, like, Manus or the Sanctuary Guardian and everything. First, I gotta get through Nito. I don't know, just a lot of people lurking. I don't know. Someone botted me. Paid for my viewers to go up. Did I call Pinwheel the wrong thing? Oh my god, where am I? This way. Okay. Ah! Oh my god, help! That was terrifying. Did I call Pinwheel Nito or something? Hello, Styro. I am glad you're still alive. Too pretty. Of course. Oh my god. Let me recalibrate for a second. I got called pretty and now I'm buffering. The vast majority of people who watch the streams are lurkers. Like, usually we'll have 5-6 people in chat and like 20-30 concurrent viewers, so the proportion is a little bit different here, but that's just because there are so many more people. I feel like the most people who watch streams in general are lurkers, right? You'll see streamers with thousands of viewers and the chat is still going at a reasonable pace. Went to the bone zone. That is what happens. I called Pinwheel Bone Wheel. That's even better. Yeah, I really like this game's DLC. Sanctuary Guardian is my favorite boss in any Souls game, so I would recommend playing the DLC just for that, but I find Manus really fun once you've learned him. Artorias is pretty simple, but is also really fun. And Calamity was my favorite boss in this game for a very long time. You're high right now, so super social. Understandable. A big transgender. See? Oh, good. Thanks, Nito. Big TG. Oh, I wasn't expecting the roll. I was expecting the leap. Yeah, I lost shame a long time ago. Actually, probably when I stopped being Christian is when I lost shame. A lot of my shame came from religious trauma, so. My favorite rap artist, Big TG. True. Ow. Ow. You know, killed that guy instantly. I can't hit him because of the cloak. This is good damage, though. Okay. Lock in and embrace being a little cringe. True. It's better that way. From experience. I still have, like, inhibitions because of insecurities. Honestly, a big part of the reason I want to do the drunk stream is because I know a lot of people want me to use a webcam, but I don't use a webcam because I'm insecure about how I look. Like, I've used a webcam before, and 100% of the time, if somebody says something about my appearance, it's a compliment. But, you know, insecurities are dumb and stupid. So, I don't usually use a webcam. But once I'm drunk, that's not going to matter anymore. My insecurities stop existing. You do get more women when you're cringe. That's true. Made a foot fetish joke. I can think of a couple people who would do that. I have an inkling about who specifically it might be, though. Do not kill the part of you that is cringe. Kill the part of you that cringes. Might be a little EP. Nito got the shadow mantle. That's true. That's exactly what happens. Does that make me the Dark Knight? I'm gonna do a Black Knight run one of these days. I have the thing about my insecurities is that when I see them on other people, I think they're either cute or I don't notice it at all. My teeth are fucked up, which I don't notice on other people. And multiple people have told me is kind of cute, or they just don't notice it. And also, the way, I don't even know how to explain it, because it's not a double chin. It's not that I'm chubby, because I like that I'm chubby. But the way that my chin is when I talk specifically is an insecurity, and it makes no sense, and I don't notice it on other people. So, you know. Easily one of the prettiest women to know is scared to have a face cam. Who is that? I don't know who you could possibly be talking about. The Chantel. I can't believe we have Miyazaki in the chat right now. It's crazy. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. This was supposed to be a cool, fun fight. But instead, my favorite boss is getting obliterated. Oh my god. Yeah, Lily, I feel the same way about my teeth. Very waxed Miyazaki. Those were pinwheel numbers. That's true. That's unfortunate. I actually always smile with my mouth closed. And when I laugh... Oh my god, I'm still using this. That wasn't even with the Leo ring. When I laugh, I specifically attempt to keep my mouth closed because I'm insecure about it. I don't know. Hopefully, once I'm sufficiently drunk and I have to edit that stream and I have to stare at myself and directly at my insecurities for, 4 hours while I'm editing. Hopefully, I'll get over it. Hate this corporeal vessel. Yeah, I kind of like mine. I've learned to like mine. I like how it works. That's awesome. I would call that a positive. Should probably heal before I go through this part, because it's very likely that I'll get obliterated. It's all gums. I'm struggling to envision that, to be honest. I'm sure you're biased against yourself and it's not actually that bad. Or well, I don't know if you think it's a bad thing, but regardless. Did we do Calamity this run? Okay, Lily, the problem with that, right, is if you edited my videos, I would feel obligated to give you money. And money is not something that I have to give people. All teeth and then all of your top gums. Smell like a horse? I wouldn't have necessarily said that was a positive. I would have kept that as an inside thought for sure. Okay, it looks like I'm doing Calamity. God, if I had an editor, I'd make so many more videos. I would still, like, have to write everything, which... recording voiceovers is my least favorite part of doing videos. But, like, I would do so many more videos if I had an editor. But, again, I don't have the money to hire an editor. Alright, Lily. Good to know. If you talk to Calamity, or if you talk to Goth again, like if you use the talk option, I'm pretty sure he gives you another chance. Pick this terminology up from your ex. I see. I don't know, streaming... The problem with, like, starting streaming is you're not gonna have an audience, most likely, when you start, which can be discouraging. Goth, truly. But I think streaming without an audience at first was really, really helpful for me, specifically. Just because, I had to, like, force myself to learn how to just talk about random shit. While no one was there to talk back to me. Which, I mean, I also did with, like, recording videos or whatever, but you just have to get really comfortable with talking to yourself, on top of, like, making mistakes. Like, a lot of the time when I'm playing on my own, when I'm not streaming, if I die to something stupid, I'll just, like, okay, I'm frustrated, I'm gonna stop playing for now and take a break. But on stream, if I do a stupid mistake and die, sometimes I'll get frustrated if it's, like, really, really bad. But it's usually just like, oops. Moving on. But that is also partially because I'm generally emotionally masking a lot when I stream as well. Otherwise, I'd be a lot more cringe. In a way that would probably come across as annoying, or at least very different from how I stream. I also have to, like learning how to talk on stream is also really important. So, like my casual talking voice is something like this. But but then when I stream, I up the energy quite a bit. I have to be careful about volume and keeping everything consistent. I forgot that I had a third. Yeah, anyway. Autistic about streaming? That'd be crazy. Hey, I'm gonna buff too. I forgot to do that. Use this weapon a lot in PvP. I've never done Dark Souls PvP, not intentionally anyway, but I think I saw some people talking about that on the Fextra Life forum. Because I went on there to see like what I could title this video. Or I mean put in the thumbnail anyway. But yeah, the counter damage on the wheel ring is really funny. If you can land the counter damage. The poly group with Alzheimer's. I don't know what niche stuff you could appeal to. I don't know, everyone is niche in some way, right? Just do whatever, see what happens. Everyone is different in a way that will make you particularly appealing to at least some people. Yeah, I guess that range can be an issue in PvP. This is why I play PvE. Mask to ever stream comfortably? Yeah, I mean, I used to have pretty bad dysphoria. I also used to have a lot worse of a voice. Just talking a lot. I naturally started speaking in a tone that I liked more. I never intentionally voice trained, but because I talked a lot and because I shared my voice online a lot, because for me, sharing my thoughts is very, very huge to, like, I don't know. If I don't get the thoughts out of my brain, they start consuming me. So I like need to talk about stuff that I'm into, which is the main reason I started making content in the first place. And that made me start talking a lot more, which made me grow more comfortable with my voice on top of slowly, subtly, unintentionally changing my voice over time. My voice has gotten a lot higher and whatever. Not higher. Yeah, it's definitely gotten higher. I don't know. But the dysphoria also just kind of went away because I got used to it. And a lot of people would say I have a nice voice and that I didn't sound masculine. I still think I sound masculine, but it doesn't bother me anymore. Figured out how to chain backstab with the gold tracer in the other hand, and you can do the spin and then cancel into a backstab. That's awful. God, yeah. Getting backstab chained... Oh my goodness, there goes my voice again. Getting backstab chained in PvP does not sound super fun. I have a lot of older videos that I really like. Like beating Death's Door without rolling, Tunic without rolling as well. Those are both really fun videos. The Titan Souls and Death's Door lore videos were also really fun. I really like those videos. There was the novel nostalgia video essay, which is still one of my favorite videos I've ever made. But my voice was... I hate my voice in those videos. Just because it doesn't... I don't know. It doesn't feel like my voice. Especially now, you know, since it's changed so much. And I've contemplated going back... I've contemplated going back and re-recording a lot of those. Especially novel nostalgia and the no roll challenge videos, because I think re-releasing challenge videos, challenge runs would work pretty well on my channel now. But oh my god, I didn't know these could break. That's good to know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I will. You do have to talk more to stop hating your voice. Exposure therapy, you know? It does work, unfortunately. Okay, hopefully Manus goes well. Manus is either going to be the easiest boss in this run, or I'm gonna die way too many times to Manus because it's Manus and I should know Manus by now. Yeah, it's like that for a while. A lot of people, like most people, it's very, very normal to not like how your voice sounds in recordings because the resonance that you hear it at is different from how it sounds in your head. So it just doesn't sound like your voice, but after doing YouTube for on and off for, God, how long have I been doing YouTube? Well over a decade. Yeah, I would say probably I started doing it consistently when I was like 11. So after so much time, I don't know, you just learn to get used to it. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that YouTube didn't like you saying Manatee. I mean, mine did that, Lily. It's just because I talked a lot. And now people say that my voice sounds feminine. Yeah, bone conduction, something like that. Picking up a gay accent helps so much with voice dysphoria. Yeah, I think it's more intonation. Intonation and... not resonance. Resonance does matter, but if you do it wrong, it sounds really forced. And you get that, like, stereotypical trans accent, which admittedly, I don't think is necessarily a bad thing. But it's, like, definitely a thing, you know? But it's a lot more intonation and stuff like that than pitch. Pitch is a lot less important than you would imagine with how your voice sounds. There's a dog barking outside. It's probably being picked up. Ah! I can't believe I just got hit by that. It sure is damage. It's pretty good damage. Okay, do something so I can heal. Thank you. What's the dog doing? Yelling. Oh god. I could have saved Sif, summoned Sif for this fight, but it's a little late for that. Extremely difficult Manus fight. Oh my god. I wonder if this counts as counter damage. Doesn't look like it. One more? Oh, I did a kick on accident. This is tragic. There we go. The dog is streaming. My brace almost came off in the middle of that. The O-ring isn't broken at all. Not even in the least bit. Wake up dusk, as one does. Where is the intonation? I'm pretty sure actually somewhere in Africa, based on how it sounds. But I wouldn't know. I'm not good at geography. Bop streaming. What the fox doing? I'm gonna... yes, Calamity. I would close the window, but it's like really hot, and I really don't want to. Oh, I was gonna say something about your joke, but I forgot. I misread the joke, and now I understand why you thought I ignored it. I'm gonna let the cutscene play out, because I do need to go to the bathroom. It is Calamite time. This is accurate. I like doing Calamite in streams. I'm just scared that it's not gonna go well one of these times. Okay, I will be right back.
Poor shot was never loosed. That bat will be grounded for a good spell. The rest is in thine hands. I await good tidings. Ah, dragon slaying. Knighthood's highest calling.
Okay, I am back. Wow, good timing. Good job, generic name. Guy Goff. Is it really censor hot guy? That's funny, if that's true. Or if he just didn't test it. That's also funny. Alright, let's see how I fare against Calamity with strike or with pierce damage instead of strike. I think he's slightly resistant to pierce? I don't remember. It's been a while since I looked at the numbers. He's either slightly resistant to pierce or slightly weak to pierce. Just generally censors hot? That's really weird. That's such a weird word to choose to censor. Like, sexy I would understand, but hot? What did I think you said about bone conduction? I thought it was... I honestly don't remember. It's been too long. You should have asked me earlier. Oh. Hold on. Let me reread it, because it was either I don't know how I read that at all, or... Okay, yeah, you said something about necromancy and bone conduction. So I thought you were just, like, making a... I don't know, like a D&D style joke. I did, yeah, because I had to pee. That doesn't make my ADHD stop suddenly. The thing that I was going to say was asking why you didn't make a different joke that I thought of instead. It's a bit, but, you know, could be weak to pierce. Well, no, he grew resistance to pierce after Goff did that. Also, I sure did get hit by that. Oh, good. ADHP. Truly. The joke for the ages. Pierce him right in the cloaca. Wonder if that counts as counter damage, actually. Whoa. That was probably one of the harder moves to learn how to dodge consistently in this game. This one. The timing is just like a little bit different than the next swipe, so it threw me off for a long time. Dragon on dragon action. What? I'm sad. I could cut his tail, but the reason that I don't usually cut off his tail is because when he does the glide, he can do a tail slam, and the tail slam is a great opportunity to get a bunch of damage. But if you cut off the tail, he won't do the tail slam anymore. So, cutting off his tail, while it will make it easier to dodge those certain attacks, it'll remove a huge damage opportunity for you. Oil wood. That's what they call it when I, and that's what they royal wood. I feel like that's a joke that I would make more often than I actually do, but I very rarely make that joke. Thank you, Alyssa. I put a lot of effort into that one. Got grabbed again? I have a stroke. Yes. Me when I when Am I hit? It did not hit me. Right in the cloaca with the pierce damage. Of course. Isn't that what you want, Oriam? Okay, tail slam? No, I was not behind him enough. Because I was running away when he did it. Oh my god. Everything's fine. Not in his Calamusi. Royal Wood. I feel like there are a lot of jokes you could make with Royal Wood. And mine is one of the most underwhelming. Also, potentially, depending on the context, one of the funniest. I'm just not able to make it one of the funniest. Because I'm not funny. Oh god. I should heal. Nah. Healing is for cowards. That bell gargoyle is he? I wouldn't be surprised if there were multiple people actively watching this stream who were also into that. Considering the fact that during the Smasher Pass, that was something that came up. I don't know how to talk to people. Me either. I just say things on the internet and people are like, hey, that girl's pretty cute. That's 100% of my relationships right now. Both romantic and otherwise. It does work. Shockingly well. Like the James Bond stroke joke. My brain... I knew what you were talking about, and then I said it out loud, and my brain went a very different direction, and I have no idea why. Anyway. I remember hearing that when I was like... I was in high school, so it was a while ago, and I thought that was the funniest thing ever. See, what you do is you talk to people online and then hope that they're nearby in real life. It worked for me. Or, you know, you move across the country or, you know, fly from a different country. Either way. Congratulations, Oriam. Beat him with the scythe? The Bardiche scythe, right? The best weapon in the game. The Bondulance. Call the Bondulance. I'm having a strunk. Pardon me. The Great Scythe. The Scythe is so much cooler than the Great Scythe, though. Like, it's a poleaxe with a grip behind the blade. Okay, yeah. Being in the USA probably isn't the best choice. That's completely fair. Alright, let's see how this Gwyn fight goes. I'm sure it'll be pretty easy. Yeah, it's a Bardiche, which makes it better. Just because it's called a scythe. Bardiches are awesome. Zweihander. The Zweihander is one of the most underwhelming weapons in the game, in my opinion. Oh my goodness. That's good damage. Yeah, being a non-white person in the US is not safe. I love living here. It's my favorite. Closest one just moved to Europe. Yeah, that'll happen. Alright, pausing talking, or, yeah, pausing the trans woman yearning for other trans women. This is a really good weapon. I think in terms of its positioning relative to the pickaxe, I think the Warpick is a little bit better, both because it's easier to get and it has higher potential damage. It is a lot easier to get that maximum damage with the pickaxe because you need 27 strength and then you two-hand and you get maximum scaling, right? But with this, it's way, way easier to get. You can buy it from Andre at the beginning of the game instead of having to go down and fight the infested barbarians for years to get a pickaxe. And the damage difference early on isn't that dramatic. It still synergizes with the Leo ring, and I prefer the hammer moveset to any of the thrusting weapon movesets. So, yeah. Pretty fun. Why are there so many fans of the Zweihander? That's an awesome question. Goff does a body slam attack? Does he really? That's awesome. I didn't know he had a unique moveset to the other giants. Alright, I'm gonna go get food. So, okay, he does. That's good to know. That's really funny. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I love you all. If you want to support me, I would like infinitely appreciate anything you give me, including just your time. But I do have obviously YouTube memberships and a Ko-Fi if you don't want to give your money to YouTube. A Discord link in the description, whatever. All the normal stuff. Please subscribe if you're not. I don't know how to end this.